Who is not just Bob Seska's refrigerator sex partner. She's a fantastic author and writer and blogger. Mm-hmm. She actually has blogs still. Hi, Kimberly.
Hello. And I promise I will not go to Ipanema Purgatory today.
Do not, you little potty mouth minx. All right. Oh my God, Kimberly! Not only do we love your new podcast, "Start Me Up" is fantastic. On your podcasting superstation,
that's right,
as Bob calls it. But you are at just the right level of panic on Twitter that I'm at.
Yeah.
Because don't you feel like there's no understating the urgency right now? And you keep saying more than, I always say this, Kimberly, more than one thing can be true at once. And somebody tweeted, he's cultivating donations. It's all about money for him. He's like the TV evangelists that make money ripping off the desperate and the poor. And you just said it's not only about the money. He wants more violence. Thank you for saying it.
Well, I mean, I know Jen Kirkman is saying it too, so I appreciate her.
She's also at our level of panic, which is, I like in a woman.
Well, yes, I mean, it's evident. We saw what happened. Steve Bannon announced it on, I think, January 5th. They played a clip on MSNBC, and he said, I don't know if he said all hell is going to break loose or something like that, but he said it. And we had a QAnon convention in Texas on Memorial Day weekend where the headliners were Michael Flynn and Sidney Powell. Michael Flynn basically said, yes, we need a military coup. And then Trump is saying he's going to be reinstated in August. To me, that is, sure, they're grifting. Sure they are. But they're also inciting their crazy MAGA people to be violent. So we don't know what to expect.
Yeah. No, thank you. Oh, by the way, do we have our Myanmar ready?
Yes.
Because you brought it up, which is, or as the guy in the audience said, why can't we have a mini Myanmar here? Why can't we have what happened in Myanmar? Why can't we have it? Phenomena. Okay. But you're right. It's that's the thing is we, at our peril, we kind of go, oh, look at these dumb suckers getting grifted. Yes. But you said it's being asked if Trump is delusional or stupid to say he'll be reinstated as POTUS this August. While he's both stupid and delusional, his August proclamation is about grift, creating chaos, and fueling another violent insurrection. So, yeah, I mean, because, and you said the neo-Nazi GQP is upsetting and frightening, but the liberals downplaying their seditious violent behavior is worse. And I agree with you that a lot of us, like these democracy scholars warning us that, we're close to the death of democracy. We're just like, oh, well, I mean, it can happen here, Kimberly. It can happen here, right?
Well, yeah, I lived in Soviet Russia when I was 12. So I'm no expert on Soviet rule, but I experienced it. And I saw a nation afraid of whatever the government would do to them. And if we think that it can't happen here, we're completely delusional because it can. And we've got this. I mean, it's very clear to me that the GOP is fully invested in fascism, authoritarian. I can never say that word. Authoritarian. I can't say it.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know why it won't come out of my
word?
mouth.
I'm missing which word. Authoritarianism. Yes.
Yes.
It's not as hard as Myanmar.
But it's like, it's obvious that they want power. And here's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is whether or not it happens in 2022 and they get the House and then they don't certify in 2024 or whatever it is, that if the GOP wins for any reason, cheating, whatever, that's it. This country's done as we know it. It's going to become like a Russian oligarchy. And I think more people need to recognize that.
As you said on Twitter, remember when they announced the last insurrection? Kimberly, they had T-shirts printed. I mean, they did it all in the open. You're right. They're doing it all in the open. And we're just like, oh, idiots. I mean, and I think while they are idiots, grifters and suckers that are falling for it, I mean, you got all caps yesterday. You got shouty. You said, OMFG people, it's not only about him making money. Did you not see the violent insurrection on 1/6? Did you not hear Flynn say a military coup was in order? There will be more violence. Please wake up. This is not 1990. I mean, and And it's also these laws, Kimberly, these voter suppression laws, which, again, I'm glad at least more and more people are waking up to. It's not just the voter suppression. It's just them being able to just overturn elections they don't like. That's the other safeguard in place. Like, look at this landslide we just won in for Deb Haaland's seat in New Mexico. That's what they're afraid of. When people can still vote and these voter suppression laws are not on the books, this is what they're trying to prevent desperately. And as you say, and Malcolm said it yesterday, if we lose the House in 2022, it's done.
Right.
They will make sure we never win again. And there's some places like Wisconsin, Kimberly, we already can't win. They've already gerrymandered it to such a degree. I mean, not we can't. But I mean, they're putting all of these safeguards in place. And the last one is just, and then if they overcome all that, we're just going to say, we're just going to take power away from that Secretary of State, or send our own electors, or say there was fraud. I mean, how can you make a law like they're making? You don't even have to prove fraud. You just say it, and they invalidate the election.
It's just going back to, well, first of all, Chris Hayes last night was talking about how, while liberals are pointing and laughing at the Arizona audit, they are basically destroying election legitimacy. They're talking about doing in other states. And we can point and laugh and say, oh, look how stupid. It's never going to hold. That's not the point. Right. They know it's not. We are underestimating them. It's not going to hold. It's basically to just deteriorate the trust in our elections. And if they are successful in doing that, and they are gerrymandering, yes, we can say goodbye. But, and I say this, I think this, and I say this pretty much every night, we have time right now. Liberals and Democrats have time right now, or sane Republicans or sane independents who recognize the threat. And even if it's just a temporary thing in history to vote for Democrats now, save the nation. We have the time. People right now who are going to have trouble voting in 2022 can figure out, okay, I need to take this day off. I need to put in, we've got enough time to know in advance, take your vacation then, make sure you have that day off or plan to have it off. We could do it if we overwhelm the vote, but we have to overwhelm, and we have the time right now.
I mean, Malcolm yesterday was saying, I know he gets, he's terrifying, but it's true. I think he was saying, Jason Johnson was saying it too. If they take the House back, which is likely, it always happens when there's a new president of another party, and particularly with the amount of, just all of it they've already done, right? Gerrymandering and voter suppression. But I think what we're saying is a lot of those laws will not be in place yet by 2022. It could be literally our last chance, Kimberly, because they were saying, Donald Trump was quote unquote president. Do we really think there's things that couldn't happen? I mean, there's people saying they will put Trump in as Speaker of the House. And then, as Malcolm said, they will impeach Biden and Harris on day one. And if, God forbid what happens in the Senate, they'll remove them and Trump will actually be reinstalled. I mean, there are a parade of horribles that could happen.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That's a nice new nightmare for me.
Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome there. Yeah. I feel like you could have some influence with a hot bisexual senator. Have you thought about how you and Bob might serve? They're the hottest couple on the Sexy Liberal Podcast Network. I could deploy them. It's my right as commander and whatever.
Yeah, what do you do for the Sexy
I don't know.
You're just a figurehead.
I'm a figurehead, like the Queen. And like Sarah Palin, I'm dumb enough to think I'm in charge. Oh, who's in charge then?
I wish I could just flash myself to Cinema and that would be the end, but I don't know. She's not a very nice person.
Yeah, I get it. I get how infuriated people are that worked so hard to get us majorities, and it's just two people. I mean, even Biden, I was really surprised, called them out. I mean, not by name, but you know who he was talking about. He's like, two senators.
I mean, people in Arizona who worked to get Cinema elected are really pissed off at her.
Yeah,
I don't blame them. Yeah, that would make me very angry. I don't know. And the thing is, I don't know, it was not too long ago, there was that photograph of her in that bright outfit, and she's taking a drink, and she's got that F off ring.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
And I didn't say it. I said F. But
Thank you for that. Yes. We know what it said.
She's telling that to the Democrats.
Yeah.
What is wrong with her?
Well, we assume it was to Democrats. I don't know. What was with the curtsy and the giggle with the thumbs down on $15 minimum wage? I mean, it's just like, what? Okay. I don't even want to. It's exactly the mistake I would make. Oh, right. Oh, Kimberly went away. Oh, no, don't take her away.
Oh, no. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
Well, I can't see her, but I can hear her. Okay, there you're back. Okay, good.
Okay, there I am.
That visual's too good to waste. Ow.
Stephanie!
What?
Stop that!
She knows. It's not like it's the first time someone's told her she's burning. Oh, I'm sorry. We were just having a sidebar. Okay. Let's just stick with the bad, and then we're going to end with the good. You saw that because as a dog lover and a gun hater, you retweeted the story from Shannon Watts.
Right.
A Houston mother riding bikes with her 5-year-old tried to shoot a puppy running into the street, but unintentionally shot her child instead. Last week, Texas lawmakers voted to remove background check and training requirements for concealed carry. And you said, so there's that good person with a gun thing? First of all, she was trying to shoot a puppy because it was bothering them. Okay. And shot her 5-year-old in the stomach.
Right.
Okay.
Oh.
Where do we start with the levels of wrong?
I don't even understand who would even shoot at a puppy.
Yes.
What kind of mindset would someone
in front of
shoot?
your child?
Yes, exactly. And this is, oh my God. And then Texas had that. I don't even know where. Do you know where this was? Did you just say where it was?
I think it was near Houston. I don't.
Okay, there you go. So Texas, that's right, because Texas is getting rid of any kind of rule.
Right.
You can it's the wild, wild west in Texas, and you can shoot anything you want.
Yeah. Puppies shooting lunatics just on the loose.
Yes.
Okay. Let's end with it. Let's end with a good story about. With your angry vagenda of manicide, I know you love this story. Texas valedictorian secretly switches her speech to rail against dehumanizing abortion law. Paxton Smith. I mean, right? Bravery and poetry in motion.
Yes. Yes, that was amazing. I love her.
She was a valedictorian. She replaced her graduation speech to call attention to the recent anti-abortion law signed into law by Governor Greg Abbott. She had another set of, I also love this part, she had another set of prepared remarks hidden in her bra.
Well.
Okay. How about this part of it? Kimberly, let's together hold hands. She said, I have dreams, hopes, and ambitions. I am terrified that if my contraceptives fail me, that if I'm raped, then my hopes and efforts and dreams for myself will no longer be relevant. I hope you can feel how gut-wrenching it is, how dehumanizing it is to have the autonomy over your own body taken from you. I mean, right? What is she, 17 or something? But wow. Yeah. Children are the future, aren't they?
They are. And, I'm going to be 53 this year. So that's not an issue for me. I can have all the refrigerator sex I want and not have to worry.
You're my adult supervision because I'm turning 40, as you know.
No, you're not.
But these girls...
Chris and Travis are making a film in September. It'll be called This Is Not 40, starring me. Okay, go ahead.
These young girls today, I feel like when I was young, no matter what happened, I had the choice. Yeah. And these girls don't. A lot of them don't have a choice, depending on where they live, even right now today. And it is really up to all of us, men included. It's not just a woman's issue, because there are men out there that are in relationships and they don't want to be fathers at this point.
Yeah.
So this affects everybody. So actually I do, there is this whole thing going around the internet now that men should just get vasectomies.
Yeah.
And because they're reversible, so they could just get a vasectomy. And then when they're proving that they can be fathers and afford to take care of children, then they can reverse it and then they can worry about it. And it's never going to happen. Yeah. But the idea is that the bodily autonomy of men is now threatened because women have to deal with it constantly. Yeah. And I feel like all these young people do not have the rights and the freedoms that I had growing up. And I feel like we just have to do everything we can to save it.
Yeah. Sean's sitting over there going, what the actual... We can't afford a house, and you're going to force us to have kids. What the actual...
Exactly.
Yeah, it is. It's scary Handmaid's Tale stuff. It really is.